All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Grab your cup of coffee. I know you can get some with the coffee that I drink down there in the chat. Level 3 coffee, good for retired Green Beret. Let me know how the audio is down there. And I want us to just jump into this. Last night, it looked like Tehran, the Iranian regime, got exactly what they said they were going to do to us. They got exactly what they said they were going to do to their neighbors and what they have been doing to their neighbors. And now you're going to see the Democrat Party cope for them. They are going to simp for them. You're seeing some of the coping and simping play out right here in the United States with anti-American protest across the country, including on the doorsteps of the White House. Apparently, some stuff kicked off in New York City yesterday at a vigil for the Ayatollah Khomeini. I can't believe that I'm saying that there is a vigil for the Ayatollah in New York City. But I just want to play this clip because this will kind of give you a rundown of what happened overnight. And I think we are definitely in the FO stage. You're going to see the news media start to spin, start to pivot, that Trump and the United States military were targeting schools. That's a complete lie. The Iranian regime basically puts schools around facilities because that's how they stay safe. They hide behind children. They marry children. They're prophet married children. Can't listen to the guy. He always looks very constipated. And, add more fiber, Trey. No sound on the video? Yeah, audio's muted. Okay, gotcha. Hold on just a second. We'll go there. Let's see. There we go. Oh, sorry. I had the okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. I had it muted on the large whatever. Okay, cool. All right, no problem at all. We got you. We got you. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Let me see there. Yeah, I know. There's always some kind of drama with the audio. Okay, my bad. We will get that fixed here real quick. Hold on a second. Let's see. All right. Brave Duo Maincaster. There we go. Duo Main stereo. Perfect. We've got this mixer. It's a crazy setup. It really is like a crazy setup here. And things happen. That's just the way it is. Okay. Thunderstruck. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. That's exactly what we appreciate there as well. There we go. We should have some audio now, I believe. And if not, that's fine too. I just don't care at this point in the morning. So let's go there real quick. Tell me, let's okay. We'll play around with this. Let's go here. Let's see if we've got some audio on this damn Fetterman clip here. Well, we will let me make sure that I've got something here. I know they sent out this massive update on Mac, and I use a Mac because it really it kind of just works. I like the let's go there. All right. Duo main chat. Okay. Duo main stereo. Okay. I don't know. See, damn, I'm late. Need my hearing aids up high. Yeah, you probably will today. You probably will need your hearing aids up high today. We'll get this situated. No big deal. Just relax. It's fine. But anyway, we'll get to rolling here. Okay. So what we've got going on right here is John Fetterman has come out now and has slammed the Democrats for not supporting Donald Trump. And you know as well as I do that that's exactly the method that the Democrat Party is going to use right now is they are just going to go after Trump. They have no other what I would call campaign platform right now. They're going after Trump for striking Iran. They're going after Trump for shutting down Maduro. They're going after Trump for what I would call trying to liberate some of these countries that probably hate us. They literally probably hate us. And I'll just say this. It is not the ideal of what trying to accomplish. It's actually what he's doing across the world. That's where the real problem is. They are so infatuated with their own hatred that they can't get around their own hatred. Ben, you need more coffee. I probably do need more coffee. You're probably not wrong with that. Okay? You're probably not wrong with with more coffee. Jesus hates this host and Trump. Whoa. That'll get you banned real quick. Goodbye. And that's the flush of the day. Wow. BK, whatever his name, saying that Jesus hates me. Okay. Now we are cooking with sizzling. I knew that we had some anger addicts in the chat, but darn, that is a way to start the show right there. Holy cow. All right. I think we got everything going here now. Let's see. We'll play this Fetterman clip and see what we got.
Why are Democrats running out of the briefing and screaming that this is a forever war and it's only Wednesday?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just wanted to say that I watched like the highlights that you showed, especially the ship getting blown out of the water. Now, I remember the Iranian generals were saying that our ships were going to end at the bottom of the ocean, and that's theirs. Like, look at that again. It's on the screen right now. Boom. You know, like, I mean, and so I.
Did anyone have Fetterman saying boom? I love it.
Getting blown out of the water. Now, I remember the Iranian generals were saying that our ships were going to end at the bottom of the ocean, and that's theirs. Like, look at that again. It's on the screen right now. Boom. You know, like, I love it. You know, I mean, and so I don't know why we can't be on and just celebrate that. But I guarantee you, every single member of the Congress that you just had there said we can never allow Iran to acquire a nuclear bomb. And now that that's happened now, and now it's made that impossible right now. And then we all agree. They all now say, well, we won't grieve, you know, that the Ayatollah is gone. So, you know, when someone did that and made sure that possible, why can't we as a Democrat just say, hey, I think that's a good thing. I think that the world's safer. I think it's more just. And then I do think we have a possible.
How many of you believe that the world is safer with a weak Iran? How many of you believe that the world is safer with a strong American president? There's a lot of people in the chat that probably hate Donald Trump, and that's okay. I'm at the point right now where if you hate Trump enough that you want to see America fail, you've probably got some real problems. I'm talking huge problems. And now we've got, I don't know if you've seen this. Candace Owens is now telling people not to join the military. Candace Owens just publicly broadcasted a cancer across the United States. Do not join or remain. That's the key word, remain in the United States military. She is telling people to leave the military. Trump has betrayed America. She says he expects you to die for Israel. There is no honor in being led by dishonorable men to your death. Do you know what happens if you get a dishonorable discharge? Do you have any idea of how bad your life goes if you get a dishonorable discharge? You can't vote. Firearms ownership is going to be a little horrible. Getting a real job. Somebody says, why is she allowed to do that? Because men and women in uniform fight for her First Amendment right. She is allowed to say this stuff because of that. The only thing that is protecting her ability to say this horrible, heinous crap are the men and women in uniform that she's telling to ruin their lives. Here it goes on. She's having a meltdown. Do not sign up or continue to fight in the U.S. military. This war is on behalf of what? She really believes this. Now she says, find the legal means to exit the military. Okay, gotcha. First reply always wins. Why aren't you telling us who these satanic people are? I just don't understand how or why anyone could ever tell someone in the United States military to stop serving their country. It just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't know how many of you would believe that or want to believe. Here, let me show you this one. This is another one. She's now calling for the people that are doing bad stuff to call in and get an interview.
Groups, these Muslim terrorists, for whatever reason, these Muslim terrorists only want to terrorize to benefit Israel. It's so strange. I cannot work it out. If you're a Muslim terrorist, we want to hear from you. Why are you doing that? Right? Why are you stealing and robbing and doing things down in Congo to the benefit of Israel? We want to hear from you.
Now she wants to get Osama bin Laden on her show. Do we have any Candace Owens watchers in the chat? Do we have anybody that watches that? I think if you're an adult male and you watch that, you're not an adult male anymore. The poll in the chat, why are Democrats supporting the Iran regime? They hate Trump. Iran money laundering. Dems need refugees from Iran, or all of them. Wow. Okay. And the toilet flushing is already good. Kim Harris, thank you very much for exposing sounds disgusting. You're probably a large dude in a basement in Pakistan, but thank you for tuning in. What we're seeing right now across the world, more importantly right here in the United States, you're seeing a lot of gaslighting. You're seeing a lot of, we'll just say, lies. Look at this. I love the British newspaper. They're really good at it. Trump blames Iran on school as Israel bombards targets with Tehran and Beirut. Apparently, there are some kind of stories coming out that the United States military bombed a school. I don't believe that. Not for one bit. If there was a school near, where Iran is hiding, the Iranian leaders are hiding, they did that on purpose. They're using children as shields. I mean, they do that to themselves. They will gladly put on a little thing, one of those I love me jackets, and detonate it. They do that. That is their jam. Let's check this other British news. I love the British newspapers. Trump considers commando raid on Iran. Do any of you believe that the British paper, the Telegraph, would have any information coming from the president that he's going to send a commando raid? I don't believe that. Tehran's in flames after Israel bombs the oil depots. I'm okay with that as well. I really am. You cut off the supply lines from Iran to these other countries, China, Russia, Pupolistan. You cut off the supply lines of where they're getting their oil from, they would do this to us right here in America. Apparently, there's some stuff that happened yesterday in New York City. Some of the people in the chat actually went and met up with Jake Lang. I don't know much about Jake Lang. Seems like a bit of a I don't know. I don't know if he's an activist. I don't know if he is a agitator. Let me know in the chat what's your opinion of the guy named Jake Lang, Corvette pilot. Thank you very much. He said a demon attacked him, so he's different now. I believe Tucker really flipped on that one. Trump blasts the once great ally of Britain for a late response, says that the U.S. does not need UK aircraft carriers. Bob, Jake Lang's an agitator, but he isn't wrong. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Yeah. I've watched a little bit of his content. I've actually traded some messages. Let me do this. Is he doing more harm than good? Here we go. Is Jake Lang harming the AGA movement? I guess he went to the prayer vigil and took a goat. He's like a walking meme. I think that's funny. I think it's dangerous, but I think it's funny. Candace needs to shut her mouth and be happy. She will never shut her mouth and be happy. Shutting her mouth and be happy is not profitable. We'll use that word. I'm okay with the United States telling the UK that we don't need them. I went on a good friend of mine's show yesterday, the Angry Bootneck. Go check his show out. He's got a great show. All he does is discuss British politics. And even the British are fed up, but they know they're trapped because this guy right here, Keir Starmer, will not do anything for them. Somebody said in the chat, Erica is suing Candace Owens. Is that true? I didn't know that. I mean, she probably should. Here's another British paper. After living there and knowing how their media works, flames engulf Iran after devastating U.S.-Israeli strikes against the regime. Let's see here. Yeah, that's big enough. That's what she said. Special relationship in tatters after President Trump tells Starmer, we don't need your aircraft carriers. Let me ask you this. Do we need the English? Do we need the United Kingdom? Do you trust the United Kingdom is more important? Typically, you want an ally that you trust. And I don't think I trust the UK right now. We need more Jakes. Okay. I mean, that's a good conversation to have. Is Jake Lang harming the MAGA movement? I don't know if there's a whole lot of difference between him and some of these other people. River of fire engulfs Iran. Oil rains from the sky as U.S. and Israel strike regimes depose. I mean, Stephen King looks like a writer right now for the Daily Mail. What a rag. I don't trust the UK. I do not trust the United Kingdom.
Of these Israeli strikes, today people on the ground in the Iranian capital describing it as raining oil as these droplets that were taken into the sky started to rain down on the city below. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says these strikes will continue and intensify in the days ahead.
With the help of our daring pilots and those of the United States, we have achieved almost complete control over the skies of Tehran. With each passing day, we are stripping away more and more capabilities of the regime in Iran. We are doing the same in Lebanon, with crushing attacks on Hezbollah terrorists who act on behalf of Iran.
The Iranians are responding with more missile fire toward Israel. You can see on Saturday, some of these missiles intercepted over the skies of central Israel, sending people below.
Do you think, speaking about the UK right now, if you don't trust the UK, how do I say this? Do you think that the Democrats in America would like to turn America into the UK, where they arrest people for Facebook posts. I believe that's the real goal. 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'd like to see kind of an idea to that. I believe that the Democrats in America would love to place the same restrictions on us as the British government has put on their citizens. Somebody says that's the goal. I don't think you're wrong. I would never be able to even convince myself that that was not their answer. The UK is almost the petri dish for what the Democrat Party wants, for what the Democrat Party needs. It's what happened to all the women's rights UK people or American Democrats? What happened to the Me Too movement? You would think the Me Too movement here in the United States would be all in on liberating a country that prevents women from having rights. It doesn't compute to me. The elevator does not go all the way to the top for that. Hating Trump is more important. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Let's go here. I could definitely see that. Sharia laws in the UK. I talked a good friend of mine. I asked him those questions. Is there real Sharia law? It's not in the court system, but it's on the streets. It's in the neighborhoods. Apparently, some people believe that same thing is happening here.
Break with his party and vote against limiting Trump's war powers. This was incredible. And then later in the week, 53 House Democrats voted against labeling Iran as a state sponsor of terror. Pennsylvania Democratic Senator John Fetterman joins me now. Senator Fetterman, I know you're not in the House, but I have to believe you have some thoughts on the 53 names we will scroll who did not have the audacity to vote to label Iran a state sponsor of terror.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the same list, that was it's the same part of the same list that refused to condemn Hamas after 10/7. So I mean, that's part of our party, and that 53, that's almost 25% of Democrats in the House that can't just call Iran as the world's biggest terrorism underwriter. That's where our party.
Are you seeing the names scroll? Look at that one, Hank Johnson. He's the one that thought Guam was going to tip over. He thought an actual island was going to tip over. Are you starting to understand? Or maybe you don't. I can't figure it out either. Why Democrats would vote not to declare Iran a state sponsor of terror. What does this say? Sharia law in the United States is as real as illegal voting in EBT. Well, illegal voting. There's a lot of illegal voting in the United States. And EBT fraud is real. So Ben the Kook 7693, thank you for confirming exactly what we believe. My daughter's flying to California tonight. I don't want her to go. I wouldn't want to go to California. There's no way.
Real. That's part of the ongoing conversation. I can't imagine why you wouldn't just identify that what Iran is. And we all agree that.
Yeah. Well, we unearthed some sound from the former Democratic nominee for president of your party. Kamala Harris is sounding very different today versus just a short time ago. Let's watch this.
Which foreign country do you consider to be our greatest adversary?
Well, there are different reasons that we should be thoughtful about each. Most recently, I think there's an obvious one in mind, which is Iran. And look, I mean, Iran has American blood on their hands.
Donald Trump has dragged us into a war the American people do not want. He has put American troops in harm's way. I unequivocally oppose this war of choice, and everyone should.
I mean, what?
Let me go back here. On the left, Iran's horrible. On the right, at Jesse Jackson's funeral, the race pimp, Trump is wrong, Iran is right. How worried would you be right now if this was the president? Somebody says, pick a lane, Kamala Lama Ding Dong. If Kamala Harris was the president right now, can you imagine, talking points assigned, pure blood, that is, I'm giving you that one.
Amen. Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Talking points assigned. But who's giving out the talking points? I almost believe that there is a shadow government. I believe Obama. I believe the Clintons. I believe the Bushes. I believe Biden. I believe every living president is part of a shadow government. And their whole goal is to discredit the current president and also undermine and throw some tripwires in. I don't think there's any way around that. I really believe that there is a shadow government that has been in place since Donald Trump was voted into office, and that's their whole goal. If you believe that, yes or no? And if you would have taken me back 10 years ago, 12 years ago, if you would have taken me back 20 years ago, I would never in a million years utter those words. I would never utter those words. Never. But I believe right now, and there's a lot of people in the chat that have probably been ridiculed and called conspiracy theorists that are not conspiracy theorists anymore. 98% of you believe Iran is a state sponsor of terror. So 53 Democrat voters voted against that. John Fetterman has come out and called them out. Ben, I believe you're right, because Trump is doing the right thing when they wouldn't. Troy, I don't know if anyone on the left will ever say that Trump is doing the right thing. But I'll say this, I don't believe Trump is doing anything for profit. The guy is what, 80 years old, 81, 79? I know I'm wrong on the age. I'm horrible with keeping track of ages. Let's do this. I really believe we're seeing this. And I think if there is a shadow government, that this has to be some level. He's 79. Okay, thank you. I believe there is a shadow government, and there has to be some way to stop this, but I don't know how you do it. This is a breaking news story out of CNN. CNN just ran this story here. Iran has shot down an F-15 with a guy on a flying carpet. There you go. Somebody said he made $100 million suing. I don't think Donald Trump, I'll just say, I don't think $100 million suing anyone is his motivation. I think somebody says that there's been a shadow government since Eisenhower. You're probably not wrong with that. This is CNN's breaking story this morning. Guy on a magic carpet shot down an F-15. It was Aladdin, yeah, with a M16, right? Or AR-15. I think they need to take away the guns of the Iranian people. That'll never happen. He deserves the lawsuit money. I don't think Trump has ever said, I'm going to make some cash today by suing someone. Oh, I turned the sound down. I just didn't want to hear it. This happened last night. If you thought you were having a bad day, just appreciate the fact that you aren't as big of a dip pooper as the leftist who set himself ablaze while trying to burn Old Glory. This is good.
Oh, what an idiot. Where people light themselves on fire because they're fucking stupid.
Isn't that amazing to see some dude set himself on fire trying to burn the American flag? The comments are amazing. Talk about pants on fire, all lit up to fight fascism. Y'all remember before the internet that people thought the cause of stupidity was the lack of access to information? It wasn't that. Must suck to have TDS. Nice Old Glory fought back. I like that. That's a good comment right there. I mean, if you hate America enough that you catch yourself on fire, you hate America a lot, but your stupidity outweighs your hate. Your stupidity outweighs your hatred. I do like the fact that you said Old Glory fought back. Gas prices are going up apparently because of the war in Iran. I believe a lot of these oil companies are using this to superficially price gouge because we don't get any oil from Iran. We get no oil. No oil comes from Iran. Look at this. Let's go here. This is happening in Iran right here. Check this one out. And this reminds me of a scene out of Minneapolis with the mostly fiery but peaceful protest. Remember the mostly fiery but peaceful protests that we had there?
بنزین رو وقتی میزنه میخواد شما مردم اذیت بشید، میخواد کارهای نظامی نیست، بنزین برای مردمه، بنزین برای اینی که ماشین‌های شما، ماشین‌های امدادی و آمبولانس‌های شما راحت در شهر بچرخه. اینجایی که الان زده فاصله خیلی نزدیکی با مکان‌های مسکونی داره. یعنی
He's saying this is a mostly peaceful but fiery protest. And I believe they have Tim Walz's wife saying that she loves the smell of burning tires in the morning. Right?
مسکونی رو اینجا ساختمان مسکونی جای نظامی نیست و جایی که و به قول قوه الهی البته مشکلی در سودرسانی پیش نمیاد، ولی اینجا نظامی نیست و اینجا متعلق به همه ماست، برای بنزینه و برای ماشین‌ها و ماشین‌های آتش نشانی و ماشین‌های امدادی است. همه ما انشالله که دست به دست هم بدیم این بحران.
Mostly fiery but peaceful protest there. Mostly fiery but peaceful bombing. The general for Iran says it's prepared for a full-scale war with the United States and Israel. I don't believe they are. I do not believe. Let's see what he says. I know you won't be able to hear it. He's going to speak with whistles and clicks.
در تسلیحات هم در راهبرد هم در تاکتیک ابتکار عمل ذراتخانه موشک‌های سنگین بالستیک کروز انواع پهباد و شناورهای تهاجمی متناسب با یک جنگ گسترده، یک جنگ تمام عیار، یک جنگ طولانی تامین شده. نیروهای مسلح توانمند ما مقتدر جمهوری اسلامی حداقل
I can't listen to any more of that. Basically, he's just saying they're not going to quit. Aloha snack bar. His last speech. Albert Pike's dream coming true. I think that guy was like, I know the name because there's a street. No, it's not called Albert. I know the name. I'm not familiar with everything about it. I'm not into the Masons and all that stuff. This was Andrew Branca. We had him on the show just a couple of weeks back. And now James Woods, the actor, has come out and said that he's done with the Republican Party. Between this and Thune's refusal to pass the SAVE Act, he's done with uniparty traitors. Says he's changing his party affiliation to independent. No whether President Trump is fighting an uphill battle every day. I think he's right. I'm not going to change to independent because I wouldn't be able to vote in primaries, though. Voting in primaries is very important. But Nancy Mace has set the world on fire because she revealed that she tried to subpoena Ilhan Omar's brotherly love paperwork. We'll call it that. And now Republicans blocked it. I'll play this clip for you. You got to see this.
Into Ilhan Omar. Obviously, there's some, questions regarding her citizenship. She's been referred to the ethics committee. Can we trust the ethics committee to actually be ethical and do the right thing?
No.
Well, what's happened so far? Like, really, I think the remark is always let the process play out, right? That's what they always say, and nothing never happens. I tried to subpoena her immigration records, her husband's immigration records, and it was Republicans that killed my motion.
Yeah, and what's going on with that? Do you have any more insight you can share on that?
As far as I know, nothing's going on and nothing will go on. That's Congress for you, because both sides protect the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Interesting timeline there with the way that she is coming out and exposing these people. They are coming out of the woodwork and exposing them. Too many rhinos, the more you know. Both sides are corrupt. Somebody said both sides need a boogeyman. I can agree with that as well. I do believe both sides need a boogeyman. Yeah. That's a valid point right there. But now he's saying that he's coming out and he's just not going to support Republicans. And I believe everybody has a right. He has a right to do that. How many of you are fed up with America would be a shadow government? 96% of you believe there is a shadow government. Wow. Yeah, see, it says right here, Patricia. Patricia nailed it. Wait, Patricia said, yes, I changed to an independent and I can't vote in primaries. I believe that is exactly what they want to happen. Should dissolve political parties? Trump can't do that. You can't do that as a president. You literally cannot do that. Good morning, Wyatt Earp. Good morning. $11,000 per second to fight this war. It's not actually a war. Do you think what you're seeing in Iran is a war? Because technically, not a war. Somebody said censored chat. It's not censored. You probably just said some racist crap and YouTube stopped you from being seen. That's more than likely what happened. But what you're seeing right now, progressives are fascist Democrats who want to turn America into a third world S-hole. Republican rhinos are people who want to go along with Democrats so as long as they can be friends and get rich in the process. MAGA, which is America First, which I believe is essentially a third party now, doesn't really work in America because America First means that we need to take over the rhinos. And it's working, though. It's a little slow. And the best thing that the Democrats did was stop Trump for 4 years. Because if Trump would have been in office for 8 straight years, Republican rhinos would be gone. Rhino Republicans would be gone. But because there was that little that 4-year gap, that is exactly how this has played out. They had to interrupt the movement. They had to interrupt the progress. That's the only reason that we're not further along with America being back to what it should be. If you change your party affiliation to independent because of the frustration, the Democrat Party wins, the rhinos win. Tell me I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, but if you can't vote in the primaries, you're castrated. Let's see. What are you registered to vote as? I want to do this. Let's go. Let's see that one. I can't even spell this morning. I need another cup of coffee. I'm really needing a second cup of coffee. Oh, what's that other one? Oh, yeah, green. Oh, wait. I don't even think you can register as a libertarian, can you? I don't know if you can register as a moron. What are you registered to vote as right now? Are you registered Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or Independent? You can't register as a constitutionalist. That's not a party. That is a way of thinking, but nice try. We don't register in Texas? Wait a second. You can vote in any primary? Somebody said in Canada. You lost me at those 2 words. I don't care about Canada. The 2 words in Canada, I quickly just move on from that. Look at this. Democrats have given up winning elections with policies. They focus on demographics. They import votes because Americans hate their policies. So that's true. They import third world and bribe them with taxpayer benefits. True. Terror comes in with it. They don't care. True. Mamdani is the blueprint. True. Look at the candidates they had for New York City mayor. Cuomo, Mamdani, Sliwa. Among foreign-born New Yorkers, 62% of foreign-born New Yorkers voted for Zorod, 24%. Cuomo, 12%. Sliwa. And then you wonder why there are these fire bombs happening everywhere and all this other stuff that's happening. You wonder why that's occurring. What does this say? You have enough going on in the States that you don't have to worry about Canada. Actually, I don't believe there's one thing in my house that is from Canada. You can't register as a conservative. That's not a party affiliation. Not a party. SAVE Act. I agree. I blame social media and the iPhone for stupidity. You're watching YouTube on, well, I don't know what you're watching it on, but you're watching social media. It's all about choices. You can blame a piece of equipment. You can blame an iPhone. That's just like blaming the car for the DUI. Nice work. Here we go. So many variables to account for. Why you shouldn't invade America. We got the skinheads up there. Well, Washington, Oregon. This part wouldn't be that tough, California. Los Angeles, you got all the gangs and Navy SEALs down in San Diego. Alaska, even the liberals have guns. They don't get eaten by bears. Arizona, New Mexico, machine gun collectors. Okay. Utah, long-range Mormons. Love that. Southern border cartels. Texas Cowboys and Jasmine Crockett. I don't know how many Cowboys we got left in Texas. Joe Exotic, Oklahoma. I don't believe they'll come after Arkansas because Hillery's still got a house here. Armed farmers in Kansas, Nebraska's and possible corn maze. Los Angeles, or not Los Angeles, Louisiana. You've got swamp people. Contractors in Florida, man. Rednecks cover Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. Hallelujah. Backwoods people who still know the old ways. They own pigs and have wood chippers. CMP people, gangs, militia types, gangs, people who wear shorts in the winter. The word gangs comes up a lot on here. A lot. Joe Exotic's not Arkansas. He was Oklahoma. Nice try. Nice try. Very nice try for that one. I think this is pretty good. This is a good map. Cajun Navy. Absolutely. I got some family down there in Louisiana. Gas will come back after the Iran deal is over. I agree. Completely agree with that. And I'm okay with Donald Trump in the United States. I'm okay with Marco Rubio being the next Shah of Iran. Billy Norton. I love that. Wait. Hold on. You're about to get ratioed. Billy says, I'm going to sit out for the midterms. Billy, if you sit out for the midterms, Democrats have defeated you. If you don't vote in the midterms, you have conceded to the Democrat Party. Tell me I'm wrong. Chat, should Billy sit out the midterms? Because I believe sitting out, not voting in the midterms, is a vote for the Democrat Party. We got any Tucker Carlson fans in the chat? Let's see here. 87% are registered Republicans. 2% of the chat is Democrats. Nice. We have no libertarians. We have 11% independent in the chat. How many of you like Tucker Carlson? Billy, you got to go vote, dude. You got to go vote. Don't sit it out. Don't roll over and just take it. Don't roll over and just take it. That is disgusting. Billy might as well curl up in the fetal position and say goodbye. Yeah, let's do this. Let's see what. Apparently Steve Hilton is now in the lead in California as well. Are you voting in the midterms? Yes or no? Nope, not anymore. I don't anymore. I don't like. Okay, so nobody likes Tucker for some reason. What I'm going to show you is kind of disgusting because he's about to blame the United States military for something really, really heinous. And I want to know if you hear what I heard. And I'm going to play this, and I've got to go fill up my hand grenade coffee cup. And I want to know what you think. Somebody says, I already voted in the midterms. No, you didn't. You voted in the primary. The midterms is in November. The midterms is in November. Come on, people. Don't do this. Wow. Tell me what you think of this clip of Tucker.
Unconditional surrender means foreign troops get to rape your wife and daughter if they want. And everyone knows that. And that has been, if there's one consistent lesson of history, it means unconditional surrender means foreign troops get to rape your wife and daughter. Everyone can feel that. That's like the most atavistic instinct there is. And so to avoid that, people will do anything. And so that's why it requires that level of force to get a population subdued to the point of unconditional surrender. That's why. And so in this case, of course, we don't have the ground force necessary. I don't think Americans would voluntarily participate in it. I just don't think we can do that. It would.
Did he just blame the president, he said Trump wants an unconditional surrender, right? Wants an unconditional surrender from Iran. Now you have someone like Tucker Carlson coming out and saying an unconditional surrender means American troops are going to do horrible things to the women. The same thing that the Ayatollah does to the women.
Unconditional surrender means foreign troops get to rape your wife and daughter.
What? That is, I think that's nuts. As soon as I heard that, I was like, you know what? Whoever sponsors Tucker Carlson, the companies that sponsor Tucker Carlson they really need to cancel their sponsorships. I don't know who is sponsoring him, but they need to pull those sponsorships immediately. Let's go here. New York Police Department has just confirmed that a homemade bomb thrown at conservative protesters in New York City by a leftist shouting Aloha snack bar was a shrapnel filled with nuts, bolts, and screws. If successfully detonated, would have killed countless people. This happened yesterday in New York City. This is disgusting. This is what America has come to. This is what the Democrat Party wants.
Support white liberal women. Support the white liberal women. They're killing people. Whoa. 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 What the fuck? That was a fucking bomb.
Sorry about the language here. Sorry about the language. That's something you don't typically see at a protest. You don't see an American flag there.
He's king, and he made it that that nail bomb didn't go off. Jesus is king. Thank you, Lord God.
Okay. I don't know what you think about this, but let me know. You're always streaming. Wow, YouTube delayed me. Language is justified. Okay. You're probably right. You're probably right with the language. I just hate to do that on a Sunday morning before I get up and go to church. Heidi, I am going to put you in timeout. I don't need that either. Goodbye, Heidi. I don't care if you're drunk and no one else does either. And if you're drunk on a Sunday morning, get right with the Lord. Okay? Get right. I don't have time for those kind of comments. This is interesting here. And I don't know why the Dilly meme team blocked me. But the Dilly meme team blocked me. And I don't know why. I think it's because I shared their meme. So maybe I won't share any more Dilly memes anymore. Okay. But this is a Dilly meme, and I think it's great. I love what Dilly meme team is doing. And this is just they're just calling out all the grifters. And there's a lot of them that you'll recognize. There we go. I turned the audio down because it's got music and I don't want to get the music stuff here. Look at these people. You recognize a lot of them. I will say this. I think when somebody blocks you on X, you kind of win. Look at that. All these shills. Jesse Kelly, Megyn Kelly. There's a lot of them, isn't it? All coming after the same guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a weird timeline they got going on right there. You'll love this one as well. Check this out. Trump giving the Ayatollah some vitamin B2. I think that's a great meme. They stopped letting me on X. Yeah, The twins disappoint me. The Haji twins, I don't know which group or which people have disappointed you the most. I think the ones that disappointed me the most, Mike Flynn, Marjorie Taylor Greene. General Flynn turning on Trump was interesting. A lot of people don't watch that guy anymore. I don't know. I'm not subscribed to his channel. I still get suggested that. Apparently, he's like one of the main speakers at CPAC. I was going to go to CPAC. It's $900 for a ticket to go to CPAC. I can't afford to do that. This is a good post right here that sums up a lot of stuff after what happened yesterday with Jake Lang. He said, I survived an attempt by 2 Muslim men. The homemade kaboom they threw landed 3 feet in front of me. The detonator failed to ignite. I'm going to play this, but I'm not going to put any audio because God is on the throne of, these are the people running away. Everybody wants to do military stuff until it's time to do military stuff. So they're all running away. Let's see. Play a little audio here. I mean, this is a real terror attack on the streets of New York. But here's what's interesting. Yesterday, I came out with a video talking about the plane. That video got absolutely just hidden. So there's been a mass shooting in Austin, Texas. You have the plane coming out of, I think it was Nashville to Fort Lauderdale. Nail bomb in New York City. Are sleeper cells activated? I think they are. Multiculturalism experiment is a failure. What's the point of waging wars overseas if we leave our own country exposed to imported threats? I don't know how you ever get them out. Mamdani isn't going to do a thing about this? No, of course he won't. The United States is investigating this supposed airstrike on this Iranian girls' school. And the pearl clutching is the gaslighting. Democrats suddenly care about kids. And just think about this. When you have the World Economic Forum, General Flynn has flipped. He has not said a word about his friend Steve Bannon and all the trips to the island, which is a problem. But the same people that are screaming about protect the children in Iran, protect the children in Iran, are not saying anything about the 30,000 people killed on the streets of Iran. The Democrat Party doesn't care about kids, or they wouldn't have had a Planned Parenthood bus next to the Democrat National Convention. You know it as well as I do. And if you don't know that, then you're completely ignoring. You're ignoring the truth. Flush Peter Petty. I don't know who Flush Peter Petty is. You know, I'm okay with some of the trolls until they get like just nasty. And I don't know if this guy's gotten nasty yet or not. We'll try to find some comments and see what it is. Peter Petty. All right, let's see what Peter Petty is. Peter Petty, where's he at? What's Peter spewing? We'll find it. IDF struck several fuel storage complexes belonging to the IGRC. I'm okay with that. Fuel storage facility in Tehran used by the military forces. I'm sure Iran put a school in the middle of the oil depot. I'm sure they probably did that. Why wouldn't? Oh, let's see here. That's a hell of a firebomb right there. That is a big one. That lit up the night sky. Oh, here we go. Both Flynn and MTG were big believers in QAnon. QAnon made claims that never came true. I know many people who were in on the Q movement as well. I've never understood the QAnon thing. I've never understood it. I've never been able to figure it out. I've never had enough time to care about the QAnon stuff, but a lot of people are all in on that. All in on this. Let me ask you this. What happened to Nancy Mace? What happened to Nancy Mace? What happened to the files? All the people worried about the files. Has anybody heard anything? Has Nancy Mace come home? Was she just like in Reno gambling? Love your channel, Ben. You're doing well, young fellow. Oh, thank you. I don't know who said that. I saw the thing just flying by. No such thing. Let me ask you this. I want to see how many conspiracy people we got. I opened the can of worms. I deserve this. Let's go. I should never have said the name. Let's go. Okay. Whew, I never should have done this. All right, I'm going to give you 3 options on that comment for the Q. Give you 3 picks. There we go. 3 picks. Is Q real? I am Q, or no, it's fake. Maybe I'm Q and don't even know it. I could very well be Q and don't even know that I'm Q. Go here. This is the article here talking a little more about what happened in New York City. I don't know if they've arrested anyone or have any suspects there. Aloha Stock Bar after Molotov cocktail. I like shrimp cocktail. That's the way I like my cocktails. We've seen that. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I want to see this. I believe this is the New York City Police Commissioner. What is she? New York PD confirms a possible bomb. 2 Muslims have now... Oh, they arrested some people. Okay. 2 Mohammeds. 2 Mohammeds. And we always need 2 Mohammeds. Let's see what they say here. I'm interested to hear this.
Protester identified as Amir Balat, an 18-year-old man, lit and threw an ignited device toward the protest area, landing in the crosswalk of East 87th Street and East End Avenue. Witnesses reported seeing flames and smoke as it traveled through the air before it struck a barrier and extinguished itself a few feet from police officers. Mr. Balat then ran southbound on East End Avenue toward 86th Street and gets a second device from a man tentatively ID'd as Ibrahim Nick, 19 years old. Mr. Balat lights the device and starts running with it. He then drops the device on the west side of East End Avenue between East 86th and East 87th Streets. Officers immediately secured the area and they took both men into custody. This was all captured on NYPD Argus camera.
Okay. I'm going to ask a question. If this is real, if somebody thinks this is real, I would love some proof this morning. I want some proof that QAnon's real. I think this is great that they arrested these people. Laura Loomer, deport all Muslims. Well, she is. I don't know if you'll ever do that. We can't even get rid of the illegals. They might want to tread lightly once it's open season. Deport them all, no exceptions, including Mamdani. I'm sure he'll hear the answer any minute. Mamdanistan, New York's new name. In fact, we haven't started rounding them up in mass is huge. Isn't that what the Germans tried to do, was round up people? Has Mamdani come out and said release them yet? I'm okay with getting rid of them all too. I just don't know how you would do it. Somebody says Trump and team give out clues on RSBN. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know what the clues are, though. This is Islam. Oh, they're stoning some people. They're getting stoned. That's what getting stoned really means. New York City. Oh, this is interesting. Did anybody see this? This is a shop owner, and he walks in on some New York City police dude praying on a rug. Check out this. This is weird. Weird.
Yo, bro, I don't even know what's going on, but nigga, I'm trying to go to the bathroom and look. Nigga got 12 in here praying. Bro, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? 12 is in there praying right now, bro. What are you doing? Go pray in your car with a precinct. This ain't no fucking mosque, nigga. What's up with y'all?
I don't know if that's real. I don't know if this is real. I don't know. I'm starting to believe half of the internet is fake. Half of X is fake, but if I don't know if this is real. Was that G-Dub? G-Dub was not on a rug praying. I don't think G-Dub's a Christian. I don't know if that's real, but if it is, it's funny and dangerous and scary. Really dangerous and scary is what that is. Don't lie about the war. Jesse Waters nukes Jessica. Somebody just sent me this. Let's see this. Somebody just sent me this. I want to see this. Okay, let's gosh, my daily dose of Jessica. This is for anyone that has problems with bowel movements. I think Jessica Tarloff may be the biggest plant. I believe she is a plant. Because I don't know if anyone is literally this dumb. It's real, Ben. What did that say? It's real, Ben. Unfortunately. Oh, historical review says it's real. Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Dude, don't show her. I have to. Is Mr. Fuad the one that taught wabbit holes? Yeah, I think so.
We're going to ease sanctions, oil sanctions on the Kremlin.
Are you saying this operation's not going well?
I am saying that it is
not. Hold on. I've got to hear her.
We're going to ease sanctions, oil sanctions on the Kremlin.
Are you saying this operation's not going well?
I am saying that it is not.
Is that what you're saying, Jessica?
I am saying that there are problems with this operation.
No, tell the American people right now, is the American operation against the Iranian regime going well? Tell them.
I don't know how.
You don't know that this is an effective.
I don't know how you could listen to me say that we struck an Iranian school and that there are a bunch of dead kids and just say this is going great.
Jessica, he murdered 35,000 people. If someone made a mistake when they hit a school, that's bad, but that's war.
But you don't mention it. You just say
operation is not going well. Don't lie about the war. Do not lie about the war, Jessica. You're lying.
I'm prepared to come out and say
we're going to ease sanctions.
What do you think? Do they put Jessica Tarloff on there just to be the catalyst? Kind of like The View, how they have the one token conservative wine mom. Let's do this. Is Jessica... I think she is. I think I'm waking up to how this is working. I think this is a plant. I don't know if she can believe some of her own crap. That's what I believe. I don't know if she believes her own garbage. Fair and balanced? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Fox News is fair and balanced at all. They called the election. Remember that when they called the election like 30 seconds into the election for Arizona? You can see the conspiracy become. So is Juan Williams. That guy's a clown. Juan Williams is a clown, but I believe he's a true believer. Jessica's from Central Casting. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Thank you for the super chat. Who was that one? Who was that? Let's go here. Will be easy to defeat. They're on their knees 5 times a day. Just come up from behind. I saw that one too. Iran's president apologizes for attacks on neighboring countries. So he's going to apologize for those, but not the ones here in America, right? That's a good one. This is him apologizing. I'm not going to listen to this. He speaks in whistles and clicks. United States military conducts strikes on narco terror cell in Ecuador. How many Democrats are now going to come out and support drug dealers? I will say this. Somebody made a comment the news media should be investigated. I'll say this. The one thing that Trump has done well is expose the news media. He has absolutely shown all of us who the news media really is, and also shown us what they're capable of. That's the big one. Because the news media, oh, wait, hold up. I just ordered this book, I just saw this story. Do you believe there's election corruption? I believe there is. And anybody that disagrees with that, I'm sorry. If you don't believe there's corruption in the election system, you have lost the game. So I just ordered this book. Captain Seth Keshel drops a bombshell highlighting the American war on election corruption. The book came out 3 days ago. I'm waiting for my copy. Now they've just released a trailer for the book. I want to see this. I have not seen this. Okay, hold on. But I just ordered this. So I am stick around while I really want to play this. This is a book that I'm interested in reading, and that's why I ordered it. And I'm not endorsed or paid to tell you this. I don't like Newt Gingrich.
The American War on Election Corruption. Forward. The essential war for the American future. As President Ronald Reagan once said, freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. Whether on the battlefield or the public square, freedom must be constantly defended. Today, the most vital battle for the soul and structure of our republic is the one Seth Keshel addresses in his essential book, The American War on Election Corruption. If we're to maintain a free society, we must have confidence in our elections. Without fair and transparent processes that respect the laws set up by the states, the basis of our self-governance collapses. The crisis of confidence we currently face is a fundamental threat to the American experiment. We've reached a point where sophisticated, rigorous analysis is needed to cut through the noise and examine the specific anomalies and broken laws that plague the 2020, 2022, and 2024 elections. We also need actionable solutions. Crucially, this analysis must be specific and grounded in fact, avoiding the pitfalls of conspiracy theories and fringe interests. This is precisely why Captain Seth Keshel's book is indispensable. I first became intrigued with Keshel's insights after learning of the extraordinary accuracy of his work in the last few American elections. Keshel is quite simply the leading analyst of voter registration in America. His knowledge of voter registration patterns extends down to the precinct and county levels. He has a truly encyclopedic command of the data that most political professionals either overlook or simply do not possess. Keshel approaches political forecasting not as a pollster relying on fleeting sentiment, but as a strategic intelligence officer, because that's what he is. He firmly believes that voter registration patterns carry a deeper and far more reliable meaning than traditional polling. This belief is rooted in his background as a former Army captain and intelligence officer serving in Afghanistan. This background is not just a footnote. It is the source of his unique capacity to process and understand complex data systems. Keshel has applied this level of rigor to his methodology. He has tracked voter registration by party across the country. He has deeply researched state election laws and how fraudulent ballots in each state have been cast. He has blended his granular political analysis to create the only legitimate forecasting model of its kind. Keshel's expertise is recognized at the highest levels. He's been commended by the President of the United States and has personally briefed White House staff on his findings. The results of the 2024 presidential race confirm the decisive power of Keshel's methodology. While many commentators and pollsters flailed, Keshel correctly called every one of the swing.
Look at this. The guy called every swing state. Holy, I ordered the book. It's supposed to be here Friday. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick a random member on the channel and send another copy. I'll order two. I actually ordered 2 copies.
States. He also provided stunning detail, predicting that New Hampshire, due to the registration drift toward Republicans, would be incredibly close. Indeed, President Donald J. Trump almost carried the state, losing to Vice President Kamala Harris by a mere 2.8% of the vote. His predictive analysis also suggested significant Republican gains in key states such as Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Florida. He attributed these shifts to demographic changes and fundamental voter registration trends. Keshel's analysis suggested a strong performance for President Trump, and he was right. These outcomes are not accidental. They were the consequence of a tectonic shift in the American electorate that Keshel was the first to decisively identify. However, in state after state, there are those who would seek to undermine our elections and corrupt our system. Keshel's book is not merely a presentation of powerful data, it is an intelligence report on how we fight back. He highlights the critical impact of urban and suburban voting patterns, particularly in states like Texas and Nevada. He reminds us of the critical importance of voter turnout and how media narratives frequently attempt to shape or distort election outcomes.
Shape or distort election outcomes. Trick people into not voting. Trick people into not turning out to the midterms. That's the big one. Who wins if conservatives don't go vote? Democrats. That's exactly who wins.
The American War on Election Corruption provides the comprehensive, specific, and detailed framework necessary for every American concerned with the future of our representative government. Keshel's knowledge and forecasting skill, rooted in the rigor of military intelligence, offer us a clear-eyed view of what is going right and what is going wrong, where the broken laws and anomalies exist, and most importantly, what we must do to restore and maintain integrity in our electoral systems. Read this book and internal.
It came out 3 days ago. I ordered a copy. I ordered 2 copies and I haven't got them yet. Okay. I'm waiting. I can't wait either. Let's see here. Vote like your life depends on it. Yes. You know what? I get tired of people doing that. So I'm just going to put that person in a timeout. There you go. Nice work. I love when people show who they really are in the chat. When they just come out and expose who they actually are. A lot of people can't hide who they are. It is just inherent. Candace Owens has reached cat lady mentality. Cat lady Karen status. Okay, that's a good one. That's funny. I'm going to give you that one. That's a good one. Go here. I want to see what else we got rocking this morning. They got suitcases of ballots. Yeah, you're not wrong there either, are you? You are not wrong there. Trump rips the UK Prime Minister, rejects military offer. I'm okay with that too. I don't really care about Canada or the United Kingdom. I wish them the best, but figure your own shit out. That's my theory. Okay. Go here. Did you see that they went after Trump at the transfer of the bodies because he had a hat on? Did you see that? He was wearing a cover and they were freaking out about that. Let's go here. I want to see what's happening. Looks like we got some smoke in Beirut. They might have picked a new pope in Beirut, it looks like, right there in downtown Beirut. You see that? Did Beirut get a new pope? I think they might have. Wow. Okay. Interesting timeline that they've got going on there. Sadly, I'm more concerned about what's happening in New York City than I am about Beirut. I do want the people there to be free. Yeah, I didn't get. Okay, here we go. Do we have election corruption? 98% of you voted yes. 1% says no. 1% of the people actually think that we don't have election problems. Okay. Beirut's a mess. Yeah, it is. I think it's only going to get worse over there before it gets better. He didn't state. Oh, Biden didn't, or Trump didn't stare at his watch. I got you. That's a good comment. That was Biden looking down at his watch when they were moving the bodies out. Like, he's like, yeah, I got somewhere else to be right now, dude. That's sadly, you're right about that. Sadly, you're right. Which is disgusting that you actually have a president saying that or doing that. Perception's reality. And whenever you have a president standing on the tarmac, bringing off dead bodies of military members, man. Uh-oh. David Copperfield's moving out of Vegas. Wonder if anything has to do with the list there. I don't know why people are running with this narrative that she got fired. That Kristi Noem got fired. I've yet to see anything about Kristi Noem being fired. I've not seen Trump say that she's fired. I haven't seen that.
I do want to be recorded for history's purposes before I know what was going to happen in regards to this if it goes through. Iran will immediately use the money that it's receiving in sanctions relief to begin to build up its conventional capabilities. It will establish the most dominant military power in the region outside of the United States, and it will raise the price of us operating in the region. They're going to build anti-access capabilities, rockets capable of destroying our aircraft carriers and ships. Continue to build these swift boats that are able to come on us, these fast boats that are able to swarm our naval assets. And they'll make it harder and harder for U.S. troops to be in the region. They'll also work with other terrorist groups in the region to target American servicemen and women. And they may or may not deny that they're involved, but they will target us and raise the price of our presence in the Middle East until they hope to completely pull us out of that region. They'll also continue to build long-range missiles, missiles capable of reaching the United States. Those are not affected by this deal, and they'll continue to build them as they've been doing. And then at some point in the near future, when the time is right, they will build a nuclear weapon. And they will do so because at that point they will know that they have become immune, that we will no longer be able to strike their nuclear program because the price of doing so will be too high. Iran is led by a supreme leader who is a radical Shia cleric with an apocalyptic vision of the future. He is not a traditional geopolitical actor who makes decisions on the basis of borders or simply history or because of ambitions. He has an religious apocalyptic vision of the future, one that calls for triggering a conflict between the non-Muslim world and the Muslim world.
It sounds like everything Marco Rubio is saying is coming true. This speech was going back about 8 years, 7 years.
One that he feels especially obligated to trigger. And he's going to possess nuclear weapons. This is the world that we are on the verge of leaving our children to inherit. And perhaps we ourselves will have to share in it. And so I want to be recorded for history's purposes, if nothing else, to say that those of us who opposed this deal understood where it would lead. And we are making a terrible mistake. But here's the good news. Iran may have a supreme leader, but America does not. In this nation, we have a republic. And soon we will have new leaders, perhaps in this chamber, but also in the executive branch. And I pray that on their first day in office, they will reverse this deal and reimpose the sanctions and back them up with a credible threat of military force, or history will condemn us for not doing what needed to be done at this critical moment in the world's history.
Marco Rubio sounds like a fortune teller. When was this? Oh, it was 2015. 11 years ago. He gave that. Marco Rubio, man. If Billy don't vote in the midterm, he has nothing to say. Yeah, don't complain. Running through these super chats. Thanks, Tom and Bella. Florida Trucker. Thank you very much. $2 from Gerart. Oh, there we go. Bruce Wayne will be easy to defeat. They're on their knees. Yeah. And Sean gave away some memberships. Thank you. This is, somebody said he's a statesman. I don't know if we've used that term enough. I believe Marco Rubio, I think you're right. I believe Marco Rubio is a true statesman. I could totally agree with that. I believe Marco is a statesman. Some people are saying Rubio's better than Vance. Wow. Okay. I didn't see that one coming. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to see here. How about this? I need to see Gnome's ads. I don't know about any of those. Let's see here. 2028. 28. Republican candidate. If I can spell candidate. I can't even spell Republican. I think I put 2 L's because they're typically losers. Let's go here. Rubio, Vance, or you pick. Your pick, post it. Who do you believe will be the Republican candidate in 2028? Rubio, Vance, or you pick one. If we could get either of them elected, I believe we are set up for 12 years of America. 12 years of America first is what I believe we would be set up for. I think that would be amazing if we could. Somebody says I'd vote for either one. Frank Zappa, don't eat the yellow snow. Okay. I do believe because Vance is the vice president that he coming out of an incumbent is the natural to ascend to to that incumbent position. But the chat is looking divided. Rubio 48, Vance 45. Your pick. Post your pick in there in the chat. I was waiting for somebody to say Trump. I was waiting for that. Let me go ahead and give it to you. Canada wants it.
Amen.
There we go.
Hallelujah. And boom shakalaka.
Anybody living in Virginia? We got any Virginia voters here? Virginia Democrats are looking to require schools to teach January 6th was an insurrection. She's a CIA shill, Spamberger. Complete shill. Huh? Yeah, right. These people are unhinged. They cannot get out of their own way. And it seems like their own way has one answer and one answer only. Hate Trump. Just hate the guy. Doesn't matter. Vote blue, no matter who, and hate Trump. Here we go. Gerat. Robert Gearing. Oh, you changed your name. Okay, gotcha. Change your name. Thank you. Formerly, the artist, the troll formerly known as Robert Gearing. No, that's a bad thing. Lines are open. 615-475-7864. Love to talk to you this morning, see what you think about what's going on in the country, what's going on in Iran, what's going on in Israel, what's going on in California. If you homeschool your kids, President Pete, I don't think Pete Hegseth wants anything to do with running for president. We got a lot of people watching over on Rumble. You guys are welcome to call in as well. Please do. Lie to your kids. What could go wrong? Yeah, what could go wrong lying to kids? There's no QAnon. There is Q, and there are the Anons. Q is a military security level secret, top secret, etc. It's so secret that they put it out on the internet. I got you. Go ahead, Brian, Lime, Ohio. What you got?
Hey, how you doing? Good morning, Ben. How you doing?
Great. What you got?
Oh, I'm trying to figure out, is there something in the water for all these wannabe conservatives that are just absolutely losing their mind?
Which ones? Which one's your favorite? Which one's your favorite that's losing their mind?
Oh, I mean, right now it's got to be Tucker Carlson, and a close second is General Mike Flynn.
Mike Flynn flipped on Trump really quickly, didn't he? Thank you for calling, buddy.
Yeah.
There we go. Line 2. Line 2.
Hey, Ben, this is Ed from Missouri.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a question for you because I think I like your opinion. Let's say if Trump was assassinated, which I pray, Lord, never happens, assassinated or one of your cabinets, what do you think will happen in the United States?
Well, J.D. Vance would assume the role as president. Marco Rubio would, Mike Johnson would assume the role as vice president, which scares the hell out of me. And I don't know where things go from there other than we're back to Butler, Pennsylvania. We're back to square two, I guess. I don't want to I don't want to imagine that. I really don't. But thank you for calling. I don't want to imagine that happening. Is it a possibility? Anything's a possibility, I guess. Rubio's a solid patriot. JD has some dark issues. Oh, there we go. JD, dark issues. Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I think Trump made a great pick for a vice president. I think Trump picked a great vice president. Trump shunned Flynn first with good reason. Everybody forgets that I like Mike Flynn on so many things. So many things I like Mike Flynn for. But man, the opportunity that some people take, seize, jump on, whatever you want to call it, it really shows who they are. Ben, if you wore a wig, you could be Massey. I don't like Massey. If I wanted to dress up like a pile of poop, I would just become a pile of poop. Right? I mean, I can't do the Thomas Massey stuff. Guy drives me insane. Let's go here. Bruno, what you got?
You know, brother, it is a shame. I was with Flynn too. You know, I saw The Enemy, his movie. I saw the plot to take down the president. You know, and all this information links together. And it's a real shame that Flynn was in on the plot with everybody to get Obama. And now he's just, he's done a 180 and throwing daggers in the entire administration's back.
Bruno, thank you for calling. Let's go here. Line 5. Where are you calling from, line 5?
I'm calling from Spruce Pine, North Carolina, sir.
Good morning. What you got?
Well, I was noticing what they were showing in Tehran, first your show there this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, that looked like peaceful protest in Minneapolis.
That's what I said, man. That's exactly what I said. It looks like Minneapolis. Tim Walz will be proud, right?
Yeah, peaceful protesting. That's got to be what it was.
You know, I think there's going to be some peaceful protests all across the United States if you think things are spicy right now, wait till the midterm elections.
That's the scary part.
It is scary. It is really scary. But I really believe that things are going to get super, super spicy whenever when summer's coming. Somebody said summer's coming.
Almost totally stupid.
You know, sadly, you're right. And typically all those people that are out protesting right now do not wear deodorant. So there you go. Thank you for calling. Let's go here. Line 6. What you got, line 6?
Hey, Ben, it's Charlie. I was just calling to let you know that Fetterman boom, that needs to be your new sound drop, brother.
Oh, the Fetterman boom. That's a good one, isn't it? I've never seen a Democrat celebrate the destruction of the enemy of the American people. I've never seen it. It caught me off guard.
I mean, it's refreshing.
It is refreshing. Charlie, thank you for calling. Line 5. We're going down the scoreboard here. Line 5 hung up. No problem. Call back. You're more than welcome to call back, line 5. That is a weird time when you have Democrats celebrating a victory. Somebody just sent me a clip here. Let me see if I can find this. What did they just send me? Where is that? Where's the bookmarks? Okay, gotcha. Let's see what this is. Everything is done by design. If you're going to share one video today, let it be this one. Uh-oh. Hold up. Whoa. That's a okay. You know what? I've got an old truck. So this one could somebody said gas prices are going back. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? I am not doing that. And you're banned. There you go. You're banned. Goodbye, Esther. Esther, go to hell. There you go. You're banned. Bet that wall is being kissed like crazy. Wow, I picked Vance, but I'm based Marine vet. Justin, I agree. Stop showing you're fit for spring snazzy. I don't know what that means. Heidi, I'm not answering the phone from you. You said you were drunk in the chat dropping F-bombs. Line 2, go.
Hey, how are you this morning?
Great.
Hey, Abraham Lincoln, you was talking about Q. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president.
Oh, God. Here we go.
He was assassinated in 1865.
Okay.
The Capitol was in Washington in 1800, and it became D.C. in 1871, the territory of Columbia.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not here for a history lesson. I'm not here for anything. Are you telling me that all this is connected because of numbers and all that kind of stuff?
Okay. We haven't had a president in the United States since 1871.
Okay. So we don't have a president right now? We don't have a president right now? You're just reading stuff off of a piece of paper. We don't have a president right now?
Yes, we do, and it's Trump, and he's the 17th president of the United States.
I can't
the 17th.
I can't do this. I really can't. Who is Q? Who is Q? Who is Q?
Q's the 17th letter of the alphabet.
No.
Trump's the 17th.
Who is Q? Who is Q?
Trump.
You think Trump is Q? Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any evidence?
History.
History is your evidence?
Yes.
What evidence would this evidence stand up in court?
Very soon it will.
Very soon. Okay, thank you. I can't wait. Email me when it does. Line 3.
Good morning, Ben. This is Shelby in Shamokin. And, you know, I'm from Virginia, and this Abigail Spanberger trying to make the kids in schools learn about January 6th and call it an insurrection.
Yeah.
My comment today is, you know, the laws of physics. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if their action was to vote for a communist, then they're going to get communist reaction. We just need to fight against it. And that's all I have to say. But you have a blessed day, hon.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. God bless you. If Q is real, prove it. Give me a call. Prove it. I'd love to understand how it's real or what part of it is real. Heidi, if you call again, I will block your number. I told you you were dropping F-bombs in the chat saying you were drunk. I'm not answering the phone call from you. I will block you. Let's see here. I love the Q stuff because people, I think there's a very famous quote by Mark Twain. Hold on, let me see here. There's a very good quote by Mark Twain. Let me see if I can pull this up. And this is where I'm kind of at on the whole thing. Mark Twain is quoted as saying, "It's easier to fool people than convince them they've been fooled." You see that quote there? Heidi, I warned you. Heidi, I warned you. Line 3, go right ahead.
Hey, this is Brian from Texas.
What's up, Brian?
Hey, we got a mess down here. Hey, the deal with the bombing or the IED these morons tried to throw yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How much you want to bet Mondani has already released those morons on the street?
They were already released. Yeah. That's yep. Confirmed. You knew that. You knew that.
Yep. I bet you they were out within an hour.
His wife probably picked them up.
I mean, I don't particularly care for what Jake Lane does on some of his stuff.
I don't either. I really don't.
I mean, he's a little too out there.
He's an Alex Jones wannabe. Alex Jones wannabe.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Line 4, back to the top.
Back to the top. Is that what you said?
Yeah, your turn. What would you like to say?
My question for you is, who cleans out the litter box?
That's your question.
Who cleans out the litter box? As far as Q and General Flynn, I think a lot of it was distraction, division. He brought up the digital soldier stuff. At prior Air Force, rumors and propaganda. So you take it with a grain of salt. There was good there and there was bad. I see a lot of it because of the bunny thing and all that. They had good ideas and stuff as far as Trump behind us. Izzy, I hope to see that one day. Maybe it could be Barron. Who knows?
Okay. I could see that. Well, thank you for the call. What part of the country are you calling from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Are you going to get rid of Lindsey Graham?
If we ever get anybody else on the ballot to run.
It's sad that you can't find a better candidate. It's really sad. And I'm not a fan of Tim Scott either. I really don't care for Tim Scott.
No. And I like it because I don't like what they just did to Kristi Noem, because a lot of them are putting stuff out there that's not true. They're putting stuff out about her husband and all. I don't trust any of it. And you can't tell me Trump wasn't planning this, because the people he moved around, people make mistakes.
Well, the thing that I will say, the thing I'll say, and I really appreciate you bringing that up. That's a great point. The first Trump cabinet pick that they tried to smear was Pete Hegseth. And I believe the reason why is because they knew what was going to happen right now. And they didn't want Pete Hegseth pulling the proverbial trigger, because what he's doing in Iran is very successful. Thank you for calling. Great call. Great. That's a good call. I have to give that lady in South Carolina some credit. Man, that's a good one. That's a really good call. Christie's Wonder Woman. She does look like who played Wonder Woman? I can't remember. I almost said Nell Carter, but I don't think it's Nell Carter. Let's go, Tommy, Guitar Man. What you got, Tommy?
Hey, good morning, gang. Hey, can I mention this James Tellerico guy?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about James Tellerico.
I just wonder if everybody knows, how totally ridiculously lost that guy is.
He's the one that said Jesus is binary, right?
Yeah, he said God is.
God's binary. Okay.
Yeah. It's very clear he's masculine. He wants us to know that, but he scares me as bad as Jasmine Crockett, or even worse. There were times when I was getting my physics degree years ago, and I thought I knew the universe, man. This guy starts talking about the universe like he knows shit. Excuse my language. My God, a kook, total kook. Anyway, hey.
But you know what? Total kooks represent the Democrat Party right now.
They do. They're the kook party. They should call themselves the Cuckoos.
Anyway. Not Charlie. Tommy, tell me who is the most normal Democrat right now?
Oh, Fetterman, I guess. Knocked in the head.
Isn't that sad that a head injury is the best thing that happened to a Democrat?
It scares me because he might get knocked in the head again and go back.
Yeah. I mean, it is weird, but a head injury is the best thing that ever happened to Ted, not Ted Fetterman. What's it? John Fetterman. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. And the woman in Virginia, I can't even remember her name.
Spamberger.
The blonde woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. My God, help us. God help us. Everybody hang in there, man.
I appreciate
shipping
it.
Is tomorrow.
Tommy, I sent it to your priority. So there you go.
Oh, okay, man. No sweat. My shipping department is having phone problems. I can't contact them. I don't have a car. It's over there, all shipped, ready to go.
Well, appreciate you, Tommy. God bless you.
No.
Line 2.
Hello, Ben.
We got disconnected. Call back. Feel free. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Don't lose your head, Tom. Yeah, Tommy, what we're seeing right now is a good move by a lot of different stuff. I really want to see what these guys are doing. Let's go right here. Trump says Cuba is negotiating a deal with him and Rubio right now. Let's go line 2. What do you got, line 2? Where are you calling from?
Arizona, Ben Pierce right here. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for this morning. You have made my morning. I've been laughing all morning at your comments. You are so funny, and thank you for your service and everything you do, and keep it up. And screw all these trolls. That's all I got to say about that.
I love
but God
them.
bless you.
I love them. They're the real super
I do
fans.
too. I do too.
Take care.
They are. You know what? They comment. Yes. Take care.
God bless
Bye.
you. Let's go, Dawn in New York. Dawn, you were down there around that stuff going on. Turn down the audio in the background. Give us a report about what happened.
I don't have anything on. Ben,
oh, okay. It was a weird crackle there.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So I went down there at noon yesterday to the.
When she says went down there, you went down there with Jake Lang
the Crusaders.
Okay,
yeah,
Crusaders.
Jake Lang and the Crusaders. It was a small group.
Okay.
There were hundreds of Antifa out there
Okay.
on the opposite side. And one smoke bomb went off in the crowd, and a nail bomb was thrown at Jake Lang and our group. Thank God it didn't detonate. We ran for our lives. And NYPD had to surround us to protect us. I was there and up close and personal and took photos of the terrorist, Allah Akbar, criminal terrorist that threw the bomb. We were secured in a site. It took hours for NYPD to even get a bomb squad. There was a live bomb just in the street and no bomb squad. So they finally called the extra enforcements in to get the Antifa savages out of the area. They were plummeting us with rocks, anything they could do, water. There was social media press there in our group that were beat up. It took a good hour and a half to clear enough where we could get into the van and get out of the neighborhood. And on our way out of the neighborhood, our vehicle was assaulted. We didn't know if we'd get shot, bombed. It was one of the most scariest moments of my life.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What made you want to go down there?
I've been following social media posts and some of the, rejection of radical Islam in the city of New York. I'm very much against that. I'm against this city being taken over, and it starts with the moron in the mayor's office.
Well, let me grab this other call, Don. I'm glad you're safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Let's go line 3. What do you got, line 3?
Hey, I have a question. Well, really two. It was proven that Trump's election was stolen. Do you think he should be allowed to be president again without an election?
Without an election?
Yes.
I think when we start subverting elections, we lose what America was built on, no matter who it fits the narrative for. And I think when you start subverting elections, you become the Democrat Party, because the Democrats have not actually come to a primary to select a candidate in like 12 years.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't think we can play. I think once you subvert one election, you set a standard that the Democrats will use forever if they ever get back in charge. That's kind of my thing. What was your other question? I'm sorry.
We hope not. Have you ever heard of anything about Southwest Virginia being given to West Virginia?
I don't live there. I don't know enough about that. No, I really don't.
Well,
I don't believe it would ever
told.
happen. I don't believe it would ever happen.
We would hope it would happen. Yeah.
Thank you for calling. Line 1, back to the top of the scoreboard. Line 1, what you got?
Hello. My name's Sharon. My name's Sharon.
Oh, good morning, Sharon.
I just said all these. I live in Virginia. That's terrible.
Okay.
Anyway, I was gonna say, I wish I had a giant vacuum cleaner that all these people that don't want to be in America be sucked out of the way.
You know, it's really strange. You probably know people that hate Trump, hate America. I do too. None of them ever leave, do they?
Nope. It's just awful the way everything is. I just wish it could keep people off the streets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These
Sadly,
protests and everything.
Sadly, a lot of men and women are buried in national cemeteries that fought for their right to do that, fought for their freedom of speech. I think I might have clicked something wrong. Call back whoever was from the 918 number. I double clicked and I didn't mean to. I clicked whenever I should have clacked. I clicked when I should have clacked. Let's see here. If Q is real, prove it. I can't or I can. Historical review is a troll. Okay, historical review. Thank you for calling back 918. Where are you calling from? I didn't mean to hang up on you. I clicked whenever I needed to clack. What you got?
You're all right. This is Derek Martin over here in Oklahoma. Hey, I don't know where you are in your show, because I don't know why, but your show live buffers and I always have to rewind. So, because I want to get it all.
Might be your internet, man. I don't know. I'm not a IT guy. Thank you for calling. Let's go 636 area code. Where are you calling from? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Denise from rural Missouri.
Denise in Missouri. What you got, Denise?
I have a serious question.
I'll try to give you a serious answer. I don't know if I'm capable of it.
Well, my question is, why is DHS not doing anything about the quote-unquote peaceful protests?
DHS, Department of Homeland Security. Well, you have the right to protest. You have the right to peacefully assemble from the Constitution. Line 2, what you got?
Hey, as far as
you already called one time. I'm not an IT guy. I can't give IT support. I don't even have an Indian accent. I don't have an Indian accent to give IT support on reset your router. How about that? Try that. Reset your router, restart your computer. 406 area code. Where is that located? Where are you at?
Hey, it's Marianne from Montana.
Montana. How cold is it in Montana this morning?
Oh, it's warming up. We don't have any snow. Fire season's rapidly approaching. But
Do you
I'm gonna
live
tell
in
you,
rural Montana, or are you around Bozeman? Where are you at?
around Missoula.
Mizzou. Oh, that's beautiful. I've eaten at the Hooters and got drunk as a sailor should at the Hooters in Missoula. I know exactly.
Oh,
where
hey,
it
that's
is.
closed now.
What?
Closed up.
Sexist. What you got?
Dang.
What would you like to say?
I'm gonna
this
tell
morning?
you, I run a polling place where 75 people vote,
Okay.
and there's no cheating there.
You probably know them all by name.
I don't know a single person that hates Trump.
Really?
But what I want to know is what is going on with Montana's senior senator and Ryan Zinke.
Zinke's been a disappointment, hasn't he?
They both dropped out of the race within either 1 day or 2 hours of the filing deadline, and they put somebody else in their place, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there may be more to it. You know that Daines, Senior Senator Daines, lived in China for 15 years before he was elected. And Zinke might just be broke. He probably had to quit. But if you'd ask your audience to dig into that, I'd sure like to know more.
Well, I will. I think you just asked him to do that. Thank you for doing that.
Great.
Appreciate you.
Hey, have a great day.
Thank you for calling from Montana. I need to get me like a Montana hat. I've got a Montana knife. I've got a Montana Knife Company knife. Line 2. Turn the audio down in the background, please. Are we just going to listen to you walk around the house? Are you going to say something? What would you like to say?
Well, I just wanted to
call back. Line 4. What do you got, line 4?
How you doing, Ben?
Johnny from Texas. What you got, Johnny? What would you like to say this morning?
Hey, I want to talk about primaries. The Texas primary has an open primary.
Okay.
And what most people may not understand is that means you don't really have to register as a party. You go and you choose who you want to vote for in the primary, and then they assume, okay, well, that's the party you're affiliated with.
That's
and then
dangerous too.
Well, it's not. Well, not necessarily. I think you have to vote for that party, or you could cross over, I guess, in the general election. So parties are afraid that the opposition voters are going to vote for their nominees. But I'm thinking, well, this is a free country. Open primary should mean you should be able to vote for both parties' candidates.
So do you
in my opinion?
Let me ask you this. If there was a really strong Make America Great Again conservative candidate, and then he had a primary opponent that was, let's say, Beto O'Rourke loser level. If I was a Democrat in Texas and there was an open primary and I could vote for the loser, the Beto O'Rourke, which would in turn help my candidate in the general,
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't that be the smartest thing for them to do, to torpedo, to undermine the conservative?
Well, it's the chance that you take with population areas that are so large, like Tarrant or Dallas County. You have a lot of people who will switch over and vote for, let's say, Jasmine may have been the more popular candidate.
Hold on.
But folks decided, no, we'll take.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So that's a real possibility.
I don't think it's not only a possibility. Voters can vote for the other candidate in an open primary.
So do you think that's good?
Real.
Do you think that's good?
I think that's real freedom for the voters,
Real freedom
not necessarily
for the
good for the party. It's not good for the party. It's good for choice. It's like saying you walk into a store and you can't choose from any of the shelves. You can only choose from this shelf.
So you think that allowing, let's say, Democrats to vote for the weaker opponent is good, because have you ever bowled? Are you a bowler by chance?
No, well, I took a college class.
Okay.
Bowling.
So for bowling, when you have a team, you have bowling, right? And what bowling does is they give people a handicap Like, this person is really bad, so we're going to give them automatically 80 pins so that it basically levels the playing field. And that's what this is. This is allowing Democrats to go and handicap the conservative. And somebody just said, and you actually said it, you said you took a college class in bowling. You literally said that out loud, right?
It was an elective. You had to take something, some sort of a kinesiology.
Admitting that you took bowling as a college class immediately.
I scored a 200 on my first bowling game.
Hold on. Admitting you took a college
I've
class.
never played since.
Your college degree has bowling tied to it. I think whatever your college degree in now is null and void.
Well,
null and void,
well,
Johnny.
you're presuming a little too much there, but I think it's funny.
It is funny. I'm just harassing you. I'm harassing. But that's the way this is. They have set up a handicap. They have set up a handicap to help Democrats, and I don't like it. I think this. Let me ask you this: ranked choice voting. Do you like ranked choice voting?
Ranked choice voting. I'm not sure if I know what that is. I like a lot of
Johnny,
candidates.
you're a professional contrarian. Look up Alaska. They have ranked choice voting. Look it up. Make a comment. I can't wait to see your head explode. God bless you. Johnny Ballgame, thank you for calling. Has a degree in bowling. I knew Johnny liked handling the balls, and now he admitted it live on air. I'm going to clip that. Johnny got a degree in ball handling. I knew it. Johnny, you're the best. I have to refill my coffee. And while I do that, somebody just sent me this clip that I'm dying to share. This is a clip. Ranked choice voting sucks. Oh, come on. Ranked choice voting is so good for you. We got a poll in the chat. Make sure you vote on it. Do you want more Iran coverage? Yes or no? Okay, we'll check it out.
In the summer of 2009, the federal government launched Cash for Clunkers. Turn in your old car, get up to $4,500 toward a new fuel-efficient one. Help the environment. Boost the economy. Everyone wins. Real mechanics knew better. What Cash for Clunkers actually did was execute a calculated, government-mandated destruction of the most reliable analog vehicles ever built in America. Nearly 700,000 running cars and trucks were deliberately killed, not parted out, not donated, destroyed on purpose, by law, before they were crushed. And the used car market that working Americans had depended on for generations was never the same again. This is the forensic audit of how they did it, what they killed, what replaced it, and what you need to know before the next phase of this trap locks into place in 2026. Number 1, the liquid glass execution. To qualify for the rebate, dealerships were legally required to destroy the engine of every trade-in before it left the lot. They could not resell it. They could not part it out. They had to kill it. The method was sodium silicate solution, liquid glass. Mechanics drained the engine oil from each qualifying vehicle and replaced it with sodium silicate. Then they started the engine and let it run. The sodium silicate heated and crystallized inside the block. Metal surfaces that were supposed to glide began grinding. Within minutes, the pistons seized. The crankshaft stopped. The engine welded itself into a useless mass of metal that would never turn again. Footage from dealerships that summer shows mechanics standing over hoods, watching engines smoke and knock and die. Some of them looked like they were attending a funeral. In a sense, they were. Number 2, eradicating the forever engines. The trade-ins that rolled into dealerships that summer were not junk. They included some of the most indestructible engines.
How many of you are freaking out right now? I've got an old truck, an old one.
Engines American manufacturing ever produced. The Jeep 4.0-liter inline six-cylinder, a cast iron block with a simple design, engineered so far beyond its tolerances that Cherokee owners routinely drove past 300,000 miles and kept going. Parts were everywhere. A teenager with basic mechanical knowledge could rebuild one on a weekend. The GM 3800 V6, installed in Buicks and Pontiacs through the 1990s and into the 2000s. Consumer Reports called it one of the most reliable engines ever produced. Owners talked about these engines the way old ranchers talked about a good working horse. They just did not quit. Both of them shared one thing the auto industry in 2009 desperately needed to eliminate. They were repairable by ordinary people. No proprietary software, no dealer visit required. Parts at any auto parts store. You cannot sell a working class family a new $40,000 SUV on a 7-year loan if their 1998 Jeep Cherokee refuses to die. The forever engines had to go, so they went. Number 3, the computer on wheels trap. Once the analog cars were crushed, the replacement vehicles waiting at those same dealerships were built on a completely different philosophy. Starting around 2010, the industry began replacing mechanical controls with software interfaces. The tactile knobs and dials that let you adjust your climate control and radio without looking away from the road began disappearing. In their place came touchscreen displays running proprietary software. A 2002 Silverado with a broken blower motor is a $30 part and an afternoon. A 2019 Ram.
You starting to understand some things now? You starting to understand some stuff? I feel like a damn genius right now is what I feel like. I really do. I don't know why, but I'm feeling like a genius, and I'll show you exactly why. How many of you own an old vehicle? 09 Cadillac. How many of you own an old vehicle? I'll show you something right here. Wait, let's go right. How do we do that? There we go. This is, wait, where is that? Oh yeah. This is my truck here. And this is a good friend of mine's truck right here. That's what he drives. And that's what I drive. And actually that's where I go get my hair cut at. That's the barber shop I use. There you go. He's a Vietnam veteran, Vietnam vet. But that's where I get my haircut. And we drive an old Ford and an old stepside Chevy. I did just have to order a new 8-track player. I don't know if any of you realize I have an 8-track player in my pickup truck, but I had to order a new one. And I'm pretty happy about this because I'm going to show you the new 8-track that I ordered while we take some calls. Lines are open, 615-475-7864. Post in the chat what kind of vehicle you drive. I'd love to find out what you're actually driving. I ordered a new 8-track. Let's go here. Line one.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you being. Back in years and years ago when I was pulling wrenches, I think points and condenser were around $8 or $10.
Mm-hmm.
And plugs were $1 a piece, and you go in to get a water pump for a Chevy, they'd ask you if it was a 6-cylinder or V8.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir. God bless you.
What do you drive now? What do you drive now?
I've got a 2017 vehicle and a 2019. I bought them before the COVID.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it. Bobby, Tennessee. What you got, Bobby?
Good morning. I have a 98 Ford Ranger. Has less than 90,000 miles on it still.
You want to know how many miles are on my truck right now? My old Ford.
How many?
How many do you have on your Ranger? Did you say?
Yeah, it's got about 87,400 miles on it.
My old Ford has 93,000.
Heck yeah, that's like brand new. That's like a brand new vehicle.
It just hit 93,000 miles.
That is like a brand new. I mean, just like my Ranger. You know, it runs cold air, great heat, automatic.
The heater in my old truck will run you out.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah,
I've
got an 05 Ford F-150, and I still can't get the heat to work in that damn thing.
I drive on my daily sort of thing is a Toyota, but my old truck is amazing. Thank you for calling, Bobby. Line 2. What you got, line 2?
Hi, Ben. I just wanted to say my uncle worked for
Henry Ford.
Whoa. Wow.
And
I heard he was a
remember
slave driver. I heard he was a slave driver.
Oh, he kept him out of the war. He personally wrote papers to keep my uncle out of the war. But I remember as a little girl, my uncle used to repair cars in his garage. That's no longer possible.
Wow.
And it's sad.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are 1,000% right. Henry Ford, man, that's amazing. Well, thank you for calling. I really appreciate that. That's wow, I'm impressed.
God bless you.
God bless you. Let's go Troll under the bridge. What you got, Troll?
I used to have a 94 Jeep Cherokee 4.0 high output and a 99 Poppy Red XJ Jeep Cherokee.
You couldn't kill those things.
No, you could not. You could shoot it with a bullet with those steel engines and it'd still keep on going. The 94, I had 348,000 miles on it before I sold it to my neighbor. And then he kept the same engine in it and beefed the snot out of it and put I think it was 38-inch tires on there, and he made it a mud runner, and he's still going with the same engine on it.
And it will he could pass that down to his great grandkids.
It's never going to die. Those are 500,000 mile engines.
Oh, at least. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely. I mean, my old Ford, my old what do we call this? My old Ford that I've got, it's got 93,000 miles on it, you know. Thank you for calling. Mine's a 302. Let's go here. Line 5, I think we're on line 5. What you got?
Hi, Ben. This is Michelle from Utah. I have a 1999 Ford F-150 with 5 on the floor. It's awesome. And it's got 205,000 miles on it. I also have a 1987 300ZX with 5 on the floor, and that's 89,000 miles. So loving the old cars because I can't afford a new one, but love everything. And would you please do some more quotes from your grandparents? They sounded like they had some wonderful little sayings, and really appreciate you. And God bless. And I hope everything went well with the doctor. Take care.
It did. I had I got to make I don't want to get too much in it, but yes, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. I really appreciate that. I had to order a new radio for my truck. And the one I just ordered, I'll show you if I can find it. Let's see here. Ford. I think it's a universal new 8-track player that I just ordered. Let's go here. Line 2. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Ben from Santa Barbara, California. It looks like we may be going red here, hopefully.
Oh, God. I hope so. I really hope so,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it would be
Yes,
nice.
sir.
It'd be real nice if any parts of California went red.
Yes, and we're hoping for that.
Well, I
have a good
appreciate you
day.
calling. Let's go, Eric in Philly. What you got, Eric?
What's going on, brother biker? Fred, hey, I wanted to tell you something since you talked about the cars. I had a 1997 Buick LeSabre. That was like my 4th car. I owned like 6 cars at one time. When I got it, had 65,000 miles on it. They had a Buick 3800 V6 engine. I kept that car clean and waxed every day. When I sold it to a young kid, 21. The car's still riding around now with 195,000 miles on it. He keeps it clean just like me. And car still with the same engine and everything. He just had to redo the transmission. But I do have an old school muscle car. I have a 78 Monte Carlo in storage with a 383 stroker V8 engine I built 25 years ago. This is when I was able-bodied walking around.
Yeah.
I still have it. It's in Virginia. My cousin keeps it maintained for me. 650 horsepower on pump gas.
Damn, I'm impressed and jealous. I want to show you what I just had to order. My radio finally quit in my truck, and I've got an 8-track Spark-O-Matic. Actually, it's a factory radio. But I just had to order a new radio, and I found I found a retro radio. It's an 8-track retro radio. And it has Bluetooth, and I can continue to use Bluetooth. And now I can keep my 8 tracks because I've got a bunch of 8-track tapes down here. So it was very important.
That's awesome.
I know, man. I'm so happy.
You got the
right?
same setup I got, Ben. In my 78 Monte Carlo, when I told you with the 383 stroker Chevy small block V8, I have the original 8-track that I have Led Zeppelin in there, still plays. I just had it rebuilt. And I got a glove box that I got out of the donor Monte Carlo where I got my iPod and everything in there and stuff. You know, so
well, I'm
yeah,
gonna
that's my
be
baby
jamming-
right there. If I get back driving, I have to convert it because I'm in the wheelchair and stuff. But my cousin keeps it maintained for me.
How is that going? How's your recovery going, Eric?
It's going, Ben. Thank you, Ben, man. I love you, man. You and the family and everybody. It's going good. It's just a slow recovery. You know, they had to do some X-rays on my lungs and stuff. Because they think I might have asthma now. I always had trouble with bad sinuses, but they think I might have asthma. And I'm still just getting through my pneumonia, but I am getting better, stronger. It's just a slow recovery, but I am getting better. And what you sent me, I really appreciate. That's helping me tremendously. So I really appreciate that.
Eric, you're a good man. I'll be saying a prayer for you. All right. Eric,
thank you, my friend, always, man.
Eric,
pass
send
the love
me
on
your-
to your family and everybody.
Eric, send me your address again. Send me your address again, and I want to send you one of these large print King James Version Bibles. Is that okay with you?
Oh God! Oh yes, absolutely. I love reading the Bible. Absolutely. I'll definitely send you my address and stuff. Okay.
Thank you, Eric. You take care. God bless you.
You too. Now,
Eric's one of my moderators here on the channel. Absolutely epic. You know what? I'm going to give Eric one of those. I think Eric deserves the ultimate.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, Boom, we could do Boom Shakalaka. We love the Boom Shakalaka, you know. Nobody booms and shakalakas as much as I do. I do it better than anybody. I invented it, believe it or not. A lot of people don't realize it. They say, "Sir, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm doing a Boom Shakalaka." And they say, "Sir, we've never seen anybody do it quite like you're doing it, but we're doing it very well." And I can say that.
There you go. The Boom Shakalaka. If you see me driving to church today, I'll be in this. The Boom Shakalaka. I'm really needing to get my 8-track player back to working so I can listen to some George Jones right here, right? And I got some Merle. I got some John Oh, here we go. You seen one of these lately? Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits. Johnny Cash, Greatest Hits. A Boy Named Sue. Guess Things Happen That Way. Frankie's Man. What else we got on here? Lines are open. 615-475. Folsom Prison Blues. Hey, Porter. Oh, we got an Arkansas caller calling in. Where are you calling from? What part of Arkansas? Your phone is cutting out pretty bad. What say that again?
Really? Full-blown.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I can hear you better now. You're down in Hot Springs. What you got?
Yes, sir. Well, I don't know how the conversation got on to trucks, but can I give you a suggestion on something? You can take it or leave it.
I'll probably leave it, but I'll hear it. What you got?
Could you ask Grok to find you the clip of Chuck Schumer bragging on how many judges they've installed, and that's why Pam Bondi's having the hard time?
I will try to find that. I will. So
Okay,
Chuck
that's a good
Schumer was
amount.
bragging about.
Yes, it was like back in 20, right at the end of 24, right before the election.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. That's a
And Grok will bring it right up for you.
really okay. Let's see
Yes,
here.
sir. Yes, sir.
Clip of Chuck Schumer.
I've got. Yep.
Okay, go right
You
ahead.
just put in there Chuck Schumer bragging about how many judges they installed. He was like on Face the Nation or something.
I see it right here. He was on with Stephanie something. With an assist from Stephanie Rule, Trump was berating Supreme Court justice. Outrageous. Chuck and Stephanie must have forgotten about the time Trump. Oh, that's him threatening judges. Let's see here. I don't know him about installing judges. Okay, we'll see if that's it. We'll see if that's it. Okay.
You know, you're the low tech redneck. I'm the no-tech redneck, or I'd figure out how to send it to you.
Okay, well, appreciate you. I've got two. It's got to be one of these. Thank you for calling. God bless you. Full blown MAGA. Oh, here we go. I think this is it right here. Let's see what we got. Full blown MAGA just gave us a special request. If you've got a super chat that you want to share, something along those lines, that's the best way to get anything in. That's the easiest way for me to find everything because I'm a low tech redneck. Let's see what we got here.
There are those who believe that we are in real time living through an assault on the constitutional order. Do you believe that we are in a constitutional crisis right now?
Yes, our democracy is at risk because Donald Trump shows that he wishes to violate the laws in many, many different ways. The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench, and they are ruling against Trump time after time after time. And we hope that the appellate courts, when it gets up there in the Supreme Court, will uphold those rulings. They restored the money to NIH. They required that
Oh my God. Now does everyone, that's an oh my God moment.
different ways. The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench.
235 judges. Whoa. Okay, hold on. My brain is discombobulated right now. So let me ask you something in the poll real quick. Let me with what I just showed you, with the clip that we just got from Full Blown MAGA, with the clip that we just got from one of you, there's a lot of channels that don't take input from anyone outside of their selves, their own ego. Is Pam Bondi the problem? Is Pam Bondi the problem when we just played this? Tell me Pam Bondi's the problem. Convince me.
Laws in many, many different ways. The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges, judges not under the control of Trump last year.
So Pam Bondi's the problem. Okay. Okay, not the 235 progressive judges. Full Blown MAGA, email me. I am adding you to the Discord. You're getting a free membership, and I'm giving him a boom shakalaka for that clip. I'm thinking clip of the day.
And can an amen and a boom shakalaka go right there?
Clip of the day. Here's the judges.
Do you have any chapstick? Yeah, here. Apply liberally. Equal rights! Free healthcare!
There you go. Pam Bondi's not the problem right now. Pam Bondi is not the problem. Lines are open. Wow. That is nuclear clip. Nuke clip right there. Let's go here. I don't know who this is, but we'll see what we got. Line 3, what you got? Turn the audio down in the background, please.
Yes, I just did. How you doing, Ben?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm Milton. I'm Milton from Memphis, and what you just said about those judges. I had looked it up a while back, and I was like, well, that's why can't nobody get nothing done, because if Biden put 30-some judges in there, and Obama did too, and Clinton did too, Bush also did too. I want to let you know something else. That judge that had the Maduro case in New York, that man is 90-some years old, and he's a Clinton-appointed judge.
I had never seen that clip.
Yeah, I looked it up a little while back. I said probably about 2-3 months ago was when I heard somebody mention. I said, hold on, let me see if that's true. And I googled it, and I said, wow, that's why. I mean, I'm not. I would give it. I mean, y'all. I mean, they were smart back then for doing. I'm not saying they're smart, but I'm just saying when they did that, I said they had already had this. Everything in place just in case anything comes up.
This was tactical. This was tactical as hell.
Exactly. And then I also looked up this. I said, how did all these Somalian people get here to do all this fraud? And then I looked up and I said, okay, so when Obama was in office, he brought a lot of Somalians here, about 1,000, up under this thing called the Somalian Refugee
Replacement Program. Yeah,
that's Replacement Program. I said, man. But yeah, people, hey, we got to get out here and vote. The ones that's talking about they're going to sit it out, this is not the time to be talking about sitting nothing out. Because I can't wait to get out there to start.
And you said your name was Milton. Is that right, Milton?
Milton Burns from Memphis, Tennessee.
Milton, do me a favor. If you're not a member on the channel, send me an email after this call. I am going to send you a link to join the Discord and get in the chat. Milton, I would love to talk to you more about, I mean, I live in Arkansas. I know what parts of Memphis are like. I know what Little Rock is like. It's a dangerous area. And
yes, it really is. And I'm getting tired of people here talking about, it's like, y'all really want the Memphis Task Force and all these people gone? I said, this man in the White House is sending us help. Well, why are you not sitting up there in Germantown? Well, because that's what they said, in the white folks part of town. Look at all the crime is out here, man, where we at. Ain't nothing going on out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, as soon as this man pulled everybody up out of here, I was like, everything's going to go back to normal because how Memphis run, it's real corrupt. They just kicked Judge Joe Brown out of the Sheriff County Mayor ballot the other day.
Well, we know it's corrupt. You and I know it's corrupt because everybody forgets. That's where Don King started. He killed a guy in Memphis.
Yes, yep, exactly. And I'm not doing this right here to be, trying to put something out there or whatever. But you one of the ones that spurred me to start a little, a YouTube channel. I got like 9 videos, and I noticed YouTube has took away a lot of my views so far. I only have 9 videos, but every video I'm talking about is I'm showing receipts, I'm showing proof, and what's this and what's that and what's true and what's not. And I was like, how are they taking away my views like that?
Milton, I'm going to tell you right now. I was told this by an old retired Marine. You get the most return fire when you're over the target. Milton, you're over the target. You're over the target, Milton. That's why.
Well, I only have 25 subscribers, Mr. Dykes.
That's why
I don't have 25 subscribers. I'm just starting.
They don't want. And Milton, the Democrat Party does not want people like me and you talking to each other and coming to agreement on shit. They don't want that. They don't want. Milton, true. I just sent you a text message with a link to the Discord. You join. Milton, I love you, brother. I do. I feel your pain. I drive through Memphis all the time when I'm headed back to Lower Alabama. And when you go across the bridge and you make that little sweeping turn, there are the women on the street corner doing the oldest job in the country. Oldest job in the world in the middle of broad daylight. Yeah. And it's pitiful.
Yes.
Milton, you are a damn good human, a damn good patriot is all I got to say. And Milton, I hate to, but I got to go to church. I got to head out of here and head to church. Milton, let me ask you this.
I'm about to put my clothes on now to head to church.
Milton, let me ask you this. Will you reply with your address? And I want to send you one of these King James Version Bibles that I was gifted. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Yes, at the link that you just sent me in my text, right?
Yes, sir.
I got you.
Milton, you're a good human being.
I sure
Keep
will.
it up. I'll help you out as much as I can on your YouTube stuff. What's your channel name, Milton?
The Memphis Conservative.
Oh, I love this. I love it. The Memphis Conservative. Well, I
Conservative.
think we're going to send some
Yes.
people your way. And the next time I'm over there, I need to stop off at what's the damn name of the rib place there off of Beale Street?
Well, you got on Bill Street. You got BB King's. You got
damn it, I can't remember the place. I don't.
Yeah. We got a lot of barbecues down here, man.
I love
got
it.
a lot of barbecues.
Milton, you take care.
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. Memphis Conservative.
All right.
Y'all go follow this guy. Milton, you got my
All
number. Right. God bless you. Guys, gals, girls, I got to get out of here. My wife just let me know we're going to be late for church. I really appreciate y'all watching. You're the best. I don't care what anybody said. Johnny Cash, my heart broke when Johnny Cash died. Yeah. If those judges were installed by AutoPen, that they could also be removed just as easily. I hope so. Guys, gals, girls, the Ben Dyke Show. Love you all, even the trolls. I'm going to church. I'll pray for all of